Hi everyone, so in continuation to the previous video, we are going to differentiate between the different compounds, ionic and molecular compounds. This is a prerequisite discussion or topic in order to for us to learn how to properly name compounds. So first, let's differentiate between ionic and molecular compounds. So molecular compounds is also known as covalent compounds. Ano- Another way to differentiate this is to determine if they share or transfer their electrons. So in ionic compound, let's start with a very simple compound, salt, NaCl. And for a molecular compound, let's say we have water, water, or H2O. So in NaCl, we know that the charges, electrons here are transferred and not shared. So an easy way to differentiate between ionic and molecular compound is to determine its type. So what type of element is Na or sodium? So this one is a metal. And of course, Cl is a non-metal. For molecular or covalent compound, hydrogen is a non-metal, and oxygen is also a non-metal. So when we look at compound, determine if both or the elements in that compound are both non-metal. If it is both non-metal or non-metals, so it is a molecular or covalent compound. If it is a metal to non-metal pair, then it is an ionic compound. So Na is positively charged ion and Cl is negatively charged. So we have they transfer their electron. The Na or the sodium loses one electron to the Cl, and Cl donates one electron to the sodium. So we have NaCl. They transfer electrons. For H2O, we have H2. This is a positively charged or +1, and O is negatively charged, -2. So we still have H2O here, but note that the electrons are not transferred but shared. Share electrons. So since we're not going to go deeper in the types of compounds or ionic, if it's ionic or covalent, so let us just use these determinants if it's ionic or molecular by looking at their composition if it's metal or non-metal. So for more example, let's say we have NO2 or nitrogen dioxide. So if you're not familiar with all the elements, you can always use your periodic table. So we know that nitrogen is a non-metal and oxygen is also a non-metal. So this one is non-metal plus non-metal. Therefore, it is covalent. Next, we have sulfur dioxide. The sulfur is a non-metal. Non-metal plus non-metal, it is still covalent. If we have calcium oxide, calcium is a metal plus oxygen, non-metal, we have an ionic compound. And for the last example, we have magnesium bromide, MgBr2. We have magnesium is a metal and bromide is a halogen. Therefore, it is a non-metal. So this one is still covered.